Hello Pisces, welcome to your October 2025 reading. My name is NiJiLL and you have found Alchemy. Okay, so far, honestly, this looks to be the hottest reading of the group, at least so far. Here we have pulled your cards from the fall 2025 overview. So we re-pulled them, and as promised, we built a reading around them. I am going to summarize these in the other reading. I really go into detail with the cards. I put up alternate cards and the different meanings and the way it looks and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to be doing a very brief summary so you're not completely lost if you haven't seen the reading. But I do invite you to go watch it. I think it'll enhance what you're hearing today. Okay, so let's just reiterate here a little bit. This is, as I said in the other reading, this is the goddess Fortuna. She is the Roman goddess of luck and fortune. Her only astrological reference in this particular deck, anyway, is Jupiter. And this is an alternate card for the Wheel of Fortune. And the only way to really interpret this card to be as brief as possible is good luck. You're going to be heading into a period of good luck. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? So let's look at your other cards here. You do have the Two of Pentacles reverse. If you have been going through a period where you're juggling more than one thing, where perhaps it's becoming exhausting either at work or at home, or perhaps, perhaps you're even balancing two different ideas, which way to go. I think you're going to make up your mind about something this month here. You do have the Seven of Cups. And by the way, the Two of Pentacles in reverse, there is Jupiter in Capricorn energy. You have the Seven of Cups, which is Neptune in Scorpio energy. And this is not being confused. I mean, it looks like you're going to get to a point this month where whatever it was that might have been confusing you, perhaps won't at the end of the month. You do have the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands is Jupiter in Leo. And if you had any qualms about how you are perceived, that will be relinquished. You're not looking outside yourself for validation. You're not looking to your parents. You're not looking to society. You're not looking to social media. You're not looking to the outside world. It looks like you're pressing ahead with something, even though other people may look at it a certain way, if that makes sense to you. You do have, no, actually, this is the wrong card. But it says the Two of Wands, but it's actually supposed to be the Three of Wands if you look at your but I'll leave this here for now because I do remember that very well, because in this particular reading, the Three of Wands is the card of manifestation. So something is going to be manifested this month for you. And along with all these other cards, I really like it. And you're going to be getting assistance from the spirit world. We know that the veil is thinning here, Pisces. And whether you believe in God, the angels, your ancestors, just the universe at large, something's guiding you here. And I really like that. And, when we add this up and we break it down, even taking the three into consideration, we do have Pluto Scorpio energy, which is death and rebirth, the death of maybe an old you, an old version of you, and the possibility of a rebirth of a new one. So let's go. With no further ado, let's do your overview. You have antimony, which is number 27. And this represents a fierceness, a hunger, if you will, something that can't be repressed. There is an adventure waiting, perhaps calling you here, and it says you make exciting work moves that could take you outdoors or on a trip. You need to climb steadily to reach your financial goals. Now, this could be about work, something you're very passionate about, that a new door opening, okay? This could be about a relationship. I'm not going to lie, because, man, some of these cards. And for some of you, it's about both. It really is, because you have an adventure here on the table. And for many of you, I really do think this adventure has something to do with another person. And, to drive this point home, you do have the father of all the fire signs, Aries. And Aries is, very obviously very fiery, confident, sexual, hot, passionate, all the things, okay? Mars energy at its best. You have the card of the ascendant, appearance, first impression, mask. There may be something that you're hiding under a mask. And that's not to say that you're a phony, Pisces, but there may be something that you have suppressed. A certain fierceness, a certain hunger for a certain something, a certain hunger for a certain person, a certain hunger for something that you have pushed down, that sort of comes out this month. So there is a mask falling away. And so, you know, here you have your own sign that has come out. I don't know if you watched the shuffle and the layout, but you could easily see these cards did fall out by themselves. So that when the right sign falls out, this is a strong indication that this is somebody's reading and they fall under the sign of Pisces. Now you also have Gemini here. And yes, you could have Gemini aspects in your chart. You could be dealing with a Gemini. However, Geminis are known for their duality, their double facets, and there could be two facets to your personality. Like I said, there's something that you may be suppressing or that you may have suppressed that makes up another aspect of your personality that doesn't come up often. It says multifaceted, balanced, and curious. You've got that Gemini energy. And here is our first glimpse at sacred sexuality. Yeah. I'm wondering if I should entitle this video Sacred Sexuality. I wonder how YouTube would accept that or not accept it. But anyway, yes, you have sacred sexuality. So yes, there is some hot sort of relationship here on the table, but it seems like there's also an undertone of a work thing with the Fortuno and the employment card here. There's something positive that's going to be happening at work. It says expect a change in employment or in your current finances. And I do think it's going to be positive because we had those positive cards here over here. So I wouldn't worry about it. But man, for some lucky Pisces, right? You do have the number 10 that has come out, and that is more Pluto energy. That is more Pluto energy, more death, more rebirth, something that fit a period at the end of a sentence, something that is coming to a culmination. And to drive this point home, damn it, you have the death charm. So you have Pluto 3 times here. Same exact energy. Death, rebirth, something coming to an end, something coming to a beginning. Excuse me. You do have be brave, and I do think that you will be this month. Man, beautiful, interesting energy, at least for me. I love energy like this here, Pisces. Okay. You have, now, these are your 3 legs. I have broken your month up into thirds. Yes, they can come in order. No, they do not have to come in order. Sometimes they can come out of order. It is not a science, right? So on your first leg here, you do have apple, and it says temptation. You're going to be tempted, and it is really fiery. It is a fiery sort of temptation, just like that Mars energy here. So you have sacred sexuality, you have Mars, Aries energy, you have fire energy, and you have a temptation. What do you think this is about? It does say twists and turns here. And with this twists and turns, expect the unexpected. Definitely. First card up here, these are tarot tiles. You have the Page of Pentacles coming in sideways. The Page of Pentacles is Mercury and Taurus energy. New opportunity, but coming in sideways, you're trying to figure out how you feel about it. Is it grounded in reality? Doesn't look like it's grounded in stark reality, but not everything has to be, right? Pisces, especially for you. You have the Queen of Wands coming in, more fire energy. And the Queen of Wands is Jupiter and Aries energy, right? More fire. It does not have to be female. This is male or female, a fiery energy, attractive, hot, confident. And this leads us into the 9 of Pentacles coming in sideways. Venus in Virgo energy. A decision, right? A sideways card. A decision about something. Do you go it alone? Because the 9 of Pentacles is a great card, but it is a card of going it alone and doing it by yourself. And you're trying to figure out, do I need this other energy around me? Should I? It's a decision that each of you are going to make on this leg. But when we add this up and we break it down, guess what we get? We get more Mars energy. Man, your month is hot. Hot month. Hot month. Okay, so moving on to your second leg. You have bouquet. Compliments from an admirer. Damn, Pisces. And look at this. Not only do you have compliments from an admirer, you have the Lover's card. I'm really glad I do the shuffling on camera, because it almost looks like this is a story I made up, but I can assure you I didn't, right? You have decision, like the Lovers could be a decision, but I think with all these other cards, it's obviously a relationship. It could be kismet. It could be something divine. It could be sacred sexuality, for sure. Compliments you're getting, and you have the Sunshine card. The sun is shining on you. Fabulous communication in relationships. The Sun card in this deck. Beautiful. First card up, first tarot card up, you have the Fool coming in sideways. Yeah. Well, do you go down this new path or not? Do you make this your new path? 1 second. Let me just straighten that up. Do you make this a brand new path for you? Or do you go it alone? There is something that holds you back from completely committing. The Fool is Aquarius, Gemini energy, right? Here you have the High Priestess coming in reverse. We know that this is the card, one of the cards of Pisces. You don't know everything there is to know about this situation yet. Maybe that's why you're holding back. Maybe you're like, I don't know. I don't know. Do I know everything? You don't know everything. This also could be telling me that you're not yourself, but in a good way. Yeah, you're not yourself, but in a good way. You do have the Seven of Swords coming in reverse. And, this could mean many things in many readings. But in my opinion, because of all these other cards and the energy presented so far, you have Uranus and Aquarius energy. And the Seven of Swords sometimes could be looked at as a strategic card, putting a lot of thought into things before you do them. Strategy. In reverse, you're like, the hell with strategy. I'm just going to do what I need to do here. When we add this up and we break it down, and I agree with this, by the way, we add this up and we break it down, we get Venus energy. Do I need to tell you? It's beauty, it's sex, it's love. It's Venus. Beautiful energy here. All right, let's look at your third leg. You have water that has entered the chat, okay? So you have fire, you have the passion, you have the sexuality, you have the confidence. And here are the feelings. Now, this is your power element here, Pisces, for sure. But do you make this decision to feel something? Yes, I keep straightening this out. Do you make this decision to feel something? Because right under it, you have the card of sexuality. Again. Damn. I mean, there's no other way to take this. It's like, I could try to paint a picture, but I think I'd fail. I mean, you could do this reading by yourself. There is some kind of hotness coming into your life in October, and there's just no way around it. But you have here an ambivalence. You have, do I feel something or do I not feel something? Do I take this as pure, straight up passion and sex, or do I mix feelings in with this? Do you go back and forth? What do I do? You have water straight up. You have water in reverse over here. You have the Chariot coming in sideways. I mean, more indecision, right? And this is a Cancer card, right? Do you proceed? Do you full speed ahead into these emotions, or do you put the brakes on and say, wait a minute, I don't know? You also have the Hierophant coming in reverse. This is Taurus energy, non-committal, right? I don't want to commit to this. I don't think I should. I'm a little nervous about it. You're back and you're forth, and you're back and you're forth. When we add this up and we break it down, you have Uranus, Aquarius energy, right? Unexpected change. You don't know what the hell. You don't know right from left. And here's the shield. You're putting up a shield. You're like, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it's very exciting energy. I have to tell you, very, very exciting energy. When we look at your challenges, we have the claw, and it says, be careful, do not take risks. You may be feeling that way. I'm not saying that you should be feeling that way. I'm just saying that you may be feeling very nervous about all this energy. There are no real warnings here. There are just things that are going on in your head about the situation. You do have the Three of Pentacles coming in reverse. The Three of Pentacles is Saturn and Capricorn energy, pulling away from sharing this with people. I think that there are certain people in your life that wouldn't understand the situation, or may frown upon it, or maybe that's a fear of yours, perhaps. But you're not readily sharing this. You may be rushing right in, and that's a challenge. It's like, yeah, but see, it goes along with this. It's in your challenge column. Do I rush in? Or do I not rush in? I don't know. You have the Six of Pentacles here, and sharing is a challenge, all right? I do think sharing anything about this situation may be a challenge for you. You may perceive it that way, because what's fascinating is that when we add that column up and we break it down, we get Mars again. It's very rare that this happens. You have Mars up here. You have Mars pretty much all over this reading. I mean, you just do. So it's pretty interesting energy so far, Pisces. Okay. Now, this is your opportunities column, and you have the opportunity, and it says December. Now, this could be someone's birthday. This could be something that stretches into the month of December. December is a Capricorn, Sagittarian month. So you could be dealing with someone along those lines. You do have a younger woman here, dealings or relationships with a younger woman. Now, there's an opportunity here. Now, the younger woman could be the person that you're dealing with. It could also be someone in your life as an opportunity that you can share this with. It could be a friend. But there is something going on here with a younger woman. And you have here the Five of Cups coming in sideways. The Five of Cups is Mars and Scorpio energy, a choice on whether or to see this or not see it. Do you know how in the Five of Cups, he's usually standing there sad, looking at these two cups that spilled over, but right behind him, or looking at these three cups actually, and right behind him, there's these two cups that all he has to do is turn around and see it, right? So you have a choice. There is an opportunity for a choice. Do you see this? Or do you not see it? Do you continue to just look the other way? And here is the Death card in reverse. The Death card in reverse is more Pluto Scorpio energy. More Pluto's. Not allowing something to die. You have the opportunity to reignite something or to not allow it to go away. And there's an opportunity here, okay? You have the opportunity, as the Queen of Cups comes in sideways, you have the opportunity for love too. These are all choices that you have to make, though. These are choices you have to make. It looks like there's more choices than normal on this table so you are in control of this. But man, there is something that you can't deny. There is a passion here that you cannot deny, Pisces. So don't try to fight it. This looks like a very rare opportunity to experience something like this, right? This is the kind of stuff you talk about in your old age. So anyway, when we add this up and we break it down, what do you think? More Mars energy. Sorry, you can't deny this. You're not going to be able to walk away from this without regret unless you indulge. And I very rarely say that. Very rarely tell people what to do. I usually just tell people what's on the table. But I'm telling you, I think this is something that you need to experience. Okay? Now, let's see. I am going to close out your reading with one of these cards, and then we will do your numerology. And Justice, balance, Libra. So you have Libra here. Justice, balance. It says, by the power of 3x3, Mott deliver justice to me. Number 5 in this deck. But you know what's interesting about this? I look at this balance, I look at this justice, and it's right side up. I mean, anytime I use these cards, when they're in reverse, this is something that's going to come to you naturally. When it is right side up, this is something you're going to have to seek out. You're not going to be able to balance yourself very well this month. You aren't. You're going to have to seek it out. If you really want it. If you really want to go and figure out the balance of things and trying to keep everything copacetic, it's almost going to be a challenge for you. Okay. So let's look at your numerology. All right. Okay. You ready for this? When I say this never happens, I can't even give you another example, although I'm sure there is one somewhere. However, the number that came out the most in this reading was number 9, which is Mars energy. When we add everything up in this reading and we break it down, we get number 9, which is Mars energy. The sign that came out the most was Aries, which is Mars energy. The planet that came out the most is Mars, which is obviously Aries energy. Can't make this up. So there is something. We're going right back to the beginning of the reading that you cannot deny. There is a sacred sexuality at hand. What are you going to do with this energy here, Pisces? I invite you to listen to your birthday reading if you haven't. 3 blessings coming to Pisces in between 2025 and 2026. But at the very least, let me know what the heck is going on in this reading, because this is really an interesting reading. Okay, Pisces, I wish you nothing but the best. Namaste.